Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tea Time with John and Glammy, Princess Glammy. So excited to be talking about all of our favorite Bravo shows. Big reunion last night with the Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're going to discuss that. Updates with Housewives of New Jersey, Millionaire Matchmaker, Blood, Sweat, and Heels. You name it, we're going to be discussing it. If you want to join in our discussion, use the hashtag YRRLive. And you can follow me at Comedy Jonah. Glammy, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. It was kind of a shitty weekend, but we got through it. My bulldog got sick, and he was close to death. And I didn't sleep for 2 days. It was a nightmare. But
the one on the towel in the bathroom?
No, that's Cleopatra being a little snotty bag. She's a Pekingese. The bulldog is the big fat one that smells bad and burps and farts. But anyway, he was choking, and it was really, and we couldn't even get him to a vet because he would stop breathing. It was that scary. And then suddenly, he was like, hey, I'm back. I'm fine. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I'm okay. I'm like, oh my God. 11 and a half years old and still kicking.
Oh.
Thank God. But it was scary. So I kind of had to put lots of concealer under my eyes because I'm still not getting enough sleep. So anyway.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the kind of person you are because your pets live a long time, like mine live a long time too. The dog that I was just making my awful comments to before we got on the air, Molly, is like, she's 13. She's a min pin. She's 13, 14 years old, rescue. So.
Well, bulldogs only normally live to about 6 to 8 years. Henry, 11 and a half. And out of the litter of 8 puppies, he's one of 2 that are left. His brother, all his sisters have died. See, when we had the puppies, we all got one. The entire family got a puppy. So everyone's got one. The only one that's left is my father-in-law's dog. All the other ones died. Like, in the last 4 or 5 years, they've all just died. So, what is that?
So sweet. It's Eric. Hello.
I'm like, what's Eric? What is he doing? But yes, anyway, but I did manage to catch up with the television because I had nothing else to do apart from watch TV and make sure the dog. It was bizarre. Every 5 minutes it was like, is he still breathing? I would run through to make sure, or just sit there, going, what am I going to do? So I was on Twitter watching stuff. So, but that was my weekend. It sucked.
Oh my gosh! So what are we going to start with? I know you're not really watching Southern Charm, which I have been told by one of my besties that I should watch it. But a lot of Europeans don't like Southern accents, right?
I don't like the characters. I watched the first season, and I watched the first episode this season, and none of the people look like anything they looked like last season. They all look different. The only one I recognize is that Ravanaugh guy that ran for Congress or Senate. He's on.
Right.
But he had a baby with somebody else. I don't know. Yeah. Well, he's trashing the show right now and is trying to get himself cut out of the entire season, I heard. I was like, it's Thomas Ravanaugh or whatever.
He was on Watch What Happens Live with Mercedes from Shaw's, and she was hitting on him, and she was trying to figure out what room he was in, had a little crush on him.
Oh dear. Well, yeah. I saw something on the internet, so probably not true, but I saw that he was trying to get himself edited out of the entire season. He hates the show. He's taken to his Facebook page trashing the show, and I don't know what's going on.
Is he the white male Nene of Southern Charm?
Well, the whole season looks like he's running for his congressional seat, the Senate seat that he lost because of what did he lose it for? He was running drugs or doing drugs. What was he doing?
Something, yeah.
And he went to jail. I mean, isn't that a no-no? You've been in jail. You can't
really is. It's also a no-no to not, respond to emails with your own private emails as well, like Hillary. No, but the reason I made the Nene comment is because Nene doesn't even write her own blogs anymore.
Yes, I heard.
Out of Housewives of Atlanta.
Well, maybe because she needs time to learn how to drive, because she is going to be doing Roads to Riches with Kim, which was announced this week that she's doing her new show. She doesn't want anything to do with. And the thing is, Kim and Nene, to me, were Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everybody else was secondary to them. So them doing their own show is heavenly to me. Just because I want to see. Remember when Gail and Oprah were in the car, and they were. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the wigs flying. Maybe somebody's wig will be removed. I mean, I think it will be fun. And it very sounds like The Simple Life. Remember when Paris and Nicole sort of just turned up and did our job? I think that's what I think it may be something like that. So that's what I'm thinking with them. And I love it, but I don't understand why Nene doesn't do her contract obligations with Atlanta. Is she such a rich bitch she just doesn't need the cash anymore? Or what's going on?
Oh, totally. But I mean, I just think she's made kind of a fool of herself this season, especially with like the therapy thing and organizing it, and then just being really kind of shady and throwing the tea at the therapist.
Well, do you think she really didn't go on? I know she had the medical condition, but do you think she didn't go on the trip to Malia, or wherever the hell they went, because of her obligations to Manila.
On the planet.
Who the hell? What did I say? Malia? Isn't that? Oh, that's the kid.
Yeah.
That. Oh no. Somebody. I don't know who that is. I think that might be the Taliban chick that got killed, shot with the Taliban. Oops. Anyway, she went somewhere. Completely lost it there. Anyway, do you think she had do you think she had to stay in the country because of her obligations with the Cinderella thing, or do you think she just didn't want to fucking go?
I think she didn't want to go at all, and I think that she probably had the Cinderella things, but we also got to see how that went too, and I think that could have been done on Skype.
Yeah. I mean, how did she do in that? I mean, you said she did well, but it didn't look like
she did well. I didn't hear any really negative
things. Are they terrified of her? Are they really that scared of her that they just say that she's fucking great? Because, I mean, there have been some really dodgy outfits and some really dodgy wigs this season, and not very many people are saying anything about it. I mean, her cast, how can you sit with her with that thing on her head and not just bust out laughing? They were just like having tea. So I don't get it. Are people terrified of Nene? Are we?
Are what?
Are people terrified of Nene?
I don't know. Maybe they are because she's
big,
she's tall, she can scream at them, and even if she's not right, if she talks loud enough, then she's right. I don't know, but I just think it's very interesting when all the ladies are sitting there and everybody. The common denominator of why they're not getting along is Nene. And if that's so and Nene wants to leave, goodbye, Nene. I like the other women of Atlanta. I think it's fine. I love Phaedra's, the way she dishes out her comments. I think she's hilarious and witty. And I'm loving the prayer cloth. In fact, I want my own prayer cloth. Here it is. Black because it's like my soul. So here's the prayer cloth. And I'm praying, not necessarily to the devil, just praying. But,
I don't have. This is the closest black thing I have.
Oh, I think there's something over by your bed. No.
You seem to forget I'm married. I just remembered what we were talking about last week. That's fine. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway, will you be watching Kim and...
Would we miss Nene? Would you miss Nene on Atlanta?
No, but I will. I won't watch Atlanta anymore because it's boring to me.
Yeah.
I will, however. Do you want to watch the Nene and Kim road trip thing? Roads to Riches.
I've been on the fence about it, but you know what? For some reason, I love me some Kim Zolciak. I do.
Oh, and Tardy for the Party or Tardy for the...
I love it. I love good white trash, big boobs, blonde hair. I love it.
And I do love how she just posts like ridiculous pictures of her waist, and it's like oh, look at my waist today.
Yeah.
You know, yes, I do like that, and I think I will watch. And she's been renewed for another season of her Tardy show or Trashies, whatever that show is. I haven't watched it for years, so I don't know.
I catch it when I can because, you know, I mean, my God, it's pretty much the same thing every season. But is Nene getting her own spinoff, or is it just the one with Kim?
Just the one with Kim.
Okay.
They tried that Nene Ever After or something. No, what was Nene's show? That was Kim. No, that was Bethany. Bethany Ever After. Nene was what? What was Nene's one called? That lasted 1 week.
Wasn't it her wedding? Was it her wedding?
Yes, it lasted like about a day.
Yeah, she remarried her ex-husband.
No, she divorced her husband to get her own fucking show. So.
And then married her husband on the show.
Yeah, but it was all, I don't know. What was the show's called?
Nene Ever After?
See, I just said that, and you made fun of me. That was Bethany, you stupid bugger. Oh, I'm Googling. Hold on a second.
Just look it up. We have the whole world in front of us on the internet. Come on. We're not doing very good with our Bravo shows. We don't even know the names of them. There's so many Bravo. We're so sorry. We need to have Eric put in a little technical difficulties right now.
What the hell was it called? Nene's spinoff is all it's coming up is Kim Zolciak. Nene had a show about getting married again, and that was it.
Well,
I don't know. And nobody really fucking cares. So anyway, let's go on to. Don't you start. Real Housewives of New York are back next week, which I'm really excited about. And I saw that Carol and Bethany were in Miami yesterday vacationing, so they must like each other.
They do like each other. Well, I mean, in the previews, Carol has a sex dream about her, right?
I think it is. I mean, why would you have a sex dream about Bethany? I mean, especially when Bethany is basically you with huge tits. You know? They're built the same.
They are, and you know what? I think they are pretty much make a really good friend-girlfriend couple because they're both single, they both have money.
Yes.
They're kind of the same. They you know, there would really be no competition because someone would be hanging out with Bethany for her money, someone would be hanging out with Carol because she's the princess, you know.
Your sound is going in and out. What the hell's happened to your sounds now?
Yours, actually.
So it must be this shitty connection we have.
You know, technology isn't perfect, Glammy.
No,
and we have to roll with the punches.
Just like you. Not perfect.
We have to roll with the punches.
Talking about punchies, what about the punchies that are probably going to fly on Shah's after Gigi's slight bombshell? Oopsie. And the quickie wedding this week. The wedding! He got married this weekend. Before this all aired, it was like, okay, sweetie, let's just get married right now. I'm like, what? And he was only on Watch What Happens Live like 5 days ago and never mentioned the fact that he was getting married. Yeah, and he didn't mention he was getting married like this weekend or a couple days later.
He said it was coming up soon, and, you know, Gonessa, Gigi.
Gonessa, I love her.
I don't know if you saw my tweet where I said, you know, I know that Gigi had dated Jax from Vanderpump Rules, and after the episode of Shaw's, the last one, I can see why they have so much in common.
I love Gigi. I love Gigi, but I'm here. I read somewhere, I can't remember where it was, and once again on the internet, so it's probably not true, but I heard that there's more women coming out about sleeping with Mike.
What?
Yes. I don't know.
During his engagement with his current wife.
Yes. So it's not just Gigi. It's multiple different people. I don't know if it's true. Who knows?
But, you know, I mean, haven't you ever had a friend of the opposite sex or the same sex, it doesn't matter, have a little too much fun, be like, yeah, let's just do it, you know? shit happens, doesn't it? Can we just be like, oh gosh, we were just wasted and weird?
I don't know. No, but I remember a couple of seasons ago where they went on a trip, and Mike was like naked, running around the place. You know, his dick out, and he was
looking at the size of his, yeah.
And he was coming on to everybody. I think he came on to MJ that time. So it's not too far-fetched that he got in Gigi's face and said, let's fuck. And she's like, no, it doesn't. So I don't think she's lying about it. I just don't know why I think she really hates him for some reason. But she wasn't at the wedding, but Reza was, of course.
Mm-hmm.
With the other one, with Asifa. And Bobby was there, whoever the fuck he is, and the girl with the big tits.
What did you think of that house with the pool?
It was okay.
Okay.
I still can't get over what's the crazy priestess's name? Asa's pool. Asa's house.
You mean the one with the rebel Iranian priestess, the high priestess with the
Iranian, yeah, Persian.
She's entertaining. Now that's entertaining.
Well, her house is getting remodeled, and her parents are living there, or her parents are living with her while their house is getting remodeled, and it's just bizarre. They've got all this. I've never seen a house being remodeled. Eric didn't remodel like this. He didn't have sheets of plastic everywhere like you were in an episode of CSI. I mean, it was bizarre. I was like, what the?
It was more like Dexter.
Yes, Dexter. It was like, what is this? I feel like Eric was chipped out of the plastic sheeting from the walls. I think he should have done that. I mean, what kind of fucking remodel did he do?
I think they were in the process of it, but what do they do for a living? How can you sit there and buy like a Mercedes SL, which is over $100,000 convertible Mercedes?
Her car payment is like a mortgage payment.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not going to give $3,000 down. I'll give $2,200 and I'll lease it for $1,200 a month. What'd you say? And they're like, yeah, sure. I'm like, what does she do?
What does she do? Is Diamond Water doing good? Do we have to look right now?
Diamond Water, and of course she is the priestess that does like. What does she do? Each person that goes to one of her concerts has to pay her like $5,000 for a ticket. I mean, I don't get it. Diamond Water is probably gone. I've never seen it, but she doesn't do anything. Maybe her family but her family look poor, don't they? They don't look wealthy.
I don't think that they're that wealthy. Okay, Diamond Water, available nationwide. Oh, the bottle's pretty.
Where? Get me a bottle right now. I want you to have a bottle next. I want you to have a bottle on your desk.
I think you need some more positivity, and I'm going to do a case of Diamond Water.
Actually, do you know what I would prefer a case of? I would prefer a case of Elisa Vanderpump's Sangria that she's flogging right now. It is available at Whole Foods.
And Pavilions in Los Angeles, because I'm from Los Angeles. I know exactly where that Pavilions is, and I'm getting some when we do Reality Rally.
Oh, really?
Because we're going to Pump that night, too. Pump.
Wait, just a sec. It's supposedly available already at Whole Foods. Or the Fresh Market or something.
All Whole Foods or LA? I thought it was just...
Well, I'm going to go to my Whole Foods. And I think it's the Fresh Market. Hold on just a sec. Lisa Vanderpump's Sangria availability. Oh, it's available in Australia.
So, a 12-pack of Diamond Water is like $36.
For water?
For a 12-pack of 1-liter Diamond Waters.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And a 2-pack is
Where's my county? Bloody hell, I have got to get my husband to go across to the other side of the state. It's available all over goddamn Florida, apart from my county. So.
Well, listen. Okay, this is what we're going to do since we're on two different coasts. I will send you some of Lisa Vanderpump's sangria if you send me some of Ramona's Pinot Grigio.
Where'd you find that? I mean, seriously, where's that available? Hey, do you go to Ralph's?
I do go to Ralph's.
It's available at Ralph's. Where are you? Wait a minute. Let me go to California because I'm sure I can get you some alcohol sent to your house. You're not in San Diego. You're not in Orange County. You're Los Angeles. Oh my God! I am so fucking going to Tampa because I'm going to buy some Lisa Vanderpump sangria this weekend. I don't give a shit. It's right down the street from me. It's like 30 minutes. I can get some. I can go. In fact, my husband's in Tampa today. I might actually tell him to pick me up a bottle. Go here and get.
Oh yeah, it's in Seattle. Lisa Vanderpump.
I'm texting my husband right now. Let's talk about something important, like Ladies of London coming back.
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep this up on my monitor. We gotta get on with the show because I have to stop right at 1 because I'm getting my hair done today. So getting it all cut off, Glammy.
Why?
Because it's too long and it's spring. I'm getting blonde in it again.
It's kind of adding, 10 pounds.
What?
It's adding 10 pounds. Too long.
Is that a compliment from your people? I don't understand.
No.
Rude.
Please.
Call me fat. Fat hair. My hair's making me look fat. Is that what you just said?
Yes, it's too puffy.
You minx.
Puffy.
You minx. Oh, Ladies of London, you've got some big updates for us. And you also have news to tell me. Where's the news?
Oh, Annabelle's following me on Twitter.
That was your news, though, earlier?
Yeah, and she is definitely coming back for season 2 of...
Yay. And if you don't know, remember who Annabelle was. She was the brunette who was riding the horse and got her leg all jacked up, and a model and a muse for a designer who passed away. Remember the designer?
Yes, and I just saw a picture. Alexander McQueen.
Alexander McQueen! Ding, 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 ding. Glammy wins.
Yeah, but she was also hanging out with Kate Moss today in London, and she was walking just fine, so there you go.
Can I just be her? Can I just be walking around London with a cigarette, just walking around with Kate Moss? Please?
No, you can't.
I don't want it.
You could pretend to be Kate Moss Halloween, but you would have to eat just an almond. Almonds only. One a day.
When I'm hungry, like on Delaware's product. All right.
Well, anyway, we've got to get going. So we talked about Shaw's. We haven't talked about Blood, Sweat, and Heels, which you don't watch, which you should watch. And in the first episode, I was close to tears. In fact, I was so sad because Daisy, one of my favorite characters, she announced that she had cancer, and she's 34 years old, and it's stage 3 cancer. I was devastated.
What?
So Daisy, please get better. Oh, it was awful. It was awful.
Stress eating.
Stress eating, yeah. You've got to watch Blood, Sweat, and Heels. It's a really good show.
The previews look weird, though.
It's a hard show to get into. It really is. Not as hard as Married to Medicine, but it's a little cray-cray. But I do love these women. They're fabulous. I love everything about them all. I do. So that's that. So we've talked about Ladies of London coming back and Blood, Sweat, and Heels. And Dear Daisy, please get better. Can we talk about The Real Housewives of Melbourne?
Yeah. Love it.
I want to take lessons. I believe Gina's got a new line. It's called Golfing by Gina. Where she hits the golf, whoosh, the golf club went flying. I was like, oh my God. Gina...
I love that she wore a dress too, right?
And
my favorite part was walking on her tippy toes in the golf shoes.
I know. She can't. Well, what happens when you wear heels all the time? Your calves shrink up. So maybe she can't actually put her feet down flat on the ground. It will hurt.
Like a Barbie foot. It's like a
yes, she's got the Barbie thing going on. But yeah, I was dying laughing, and I loved how Lydia, Catherine Zeta-Jones was not on the episode at all, and she wasn't even mentioned. Nobody said, "Where is she?" She was just like forgotten. I loved it. It was fabulous.
I had to think for a second. Who is Lydia?
Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, so she wasn't there. What else happened on the show? But Janet got her ass chewed out again. But Gamble, I don't understand Gamble. I don't get her. Was she a stripper or wasn't she?
Let me just tell you something. Every time I see Gamble, I want to call you and FaceTime you. You do it the best. You do talk.
Hi, my name is Gamble, and I'm Italian. I mean, what the fuck?
I don't understand why the other girls don't like me.
What was she? What was she?
I don't know. I like her, but I don't know if she's the sharpest pencil in the cup. Because after the whole thing, and her hating Janet for spreading rumors when we know it really wasn't, and it was kind of Chica's fault, but Chica kind of skimmed right through that.
And this is
Chica's fault.
And Chica's in this, her cutaways going, "It was me! I did it!"
She went to them and said, "It was me!" And they said, "No, it wasn't." Right there.
No, it wasn't.
And how many times have you seen
it was Janet.
Preview of them sitting at lunch and Chica starting it?
Chica's like, "Listen, I know all about the fact that you were basically, a whore." And, cut away. And I was like, oh my god. And then Janet going, "Well, we thought you were like a pole dancer or something." I was like, but where does she, I mean,
I was like, oh my god. I just don't.
Gamble's man is really attractive. There's something so attractive about him. I don't, it's nothing to do with money. It is the fact he's just got this, I don't know what it is. He's not my type of guy at all, but he is more memorable than her. He's way more memorable than her. And he's way more educated than her. And
his soft voice. He has a very good energy about him. He's very soft voice. Gamble, our family, or the center of our family. And I'm just like, oh.
Well, when you say Gamble isn't very smart, I think her dog is smarter than she is. There's something so, I don't even think she got through high school. I'm not sure.
What kind of accent is that she has? Is that an Australian accent?
It's fucked up. I mean, maybe because she can't move her face, this is how she speaks now. And
he talks like this, and
I don't like it. I wish Gamble wasn't part of it. I just don't like her. She's too, well, she's shit. So let's move along.
Shot my crumpet through my nose. That's so nice.
There's a press release, and I think I figured out why there's no more shows called Real Housewives of. There's going to be Ladies of Houston. Now remember Andy Cameron?
Oh my god, I saw that!
Well, have you noticed that ever since Andy is no longer executive producery, whatever the hell he was, top honcho at Bravo.
Housewives, but he's not the lead VP of Bravo.
Exactly, but do you notice something? That ever since he transitioned and got his own production company, all the shows are called Ladies of instead of Real Housewives. Did you notice that? Because why in the hell are they not just calling this show Real Housewives of Houston? Why are they now going to start a new franchise called Ladies of London and Ladies of Houston?
Andy, executive producer of Ladies of Houston. What if he's not? What if it's just Bravo?
I think Bravo are no longer... He can have the Real Housewives, which he wanted, but they're not actually going to make any more. He's basically, that's it. You're going to have Orange County. Once Atlanta gets canceled, there will be no new Atlanta ones. There'll be no new New Jersey. It's going to run its course. And I think they're going to rebrand it as Ladies of such and such without Andy being involved. Just my ideas. That's what I was thinking.
That up. I wrote myself a little note.
I checked out the production companies. I did not recognize any of the production companies. But talking about Real Housewives again, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion.
Oh. First of all, poor Yolanda.
I know.
Poor Yolanda.
She was like, I want to go to bed. I mean, I think it was terrible that people are claiming she's not sick when they don't have her medical records. That is not for us. I have a family member who I'm not very close to, but she has Lyme's disease and has had for like 10 years, 15, 20 years, and she has been ill. I mean, really, really sick with it. And I'm just like, oh my God. I mean, I'd never heard of this disease until a family member got the disease, but they were out of work for a long time, couldn't get out of bed, so I kind of feel really...
Well, Avril Lavigne just came out. She came out
today. Yeah, saying the same thing.
And she's been battling Lyme disease since last April and has trouble walking and keeping her balance. And
it's a really...
and they say that, if you're out in the jungle or the forest or whatever, to wear long sleeves when you come home.
Check everything.
Bathe, take a bath, and shower, and just check yourself everywhere, because it's the first 36 hours. After that, if you were bitten, that's it.
Well, my husband grew up in the country. His family has a big farm, and they got checked every single night. And then when he was out with the military, on sort of exercises and stuff, they would have to check themselves again because they could one tick and that's it, you're done. I mean, it's not all ticks carrying the disease. I don't know what it is, but I mean, even our dogs and our cat, we found ticks on our dogs and cat when we lived in the country. It was like, what the hell is? And I'd never seen them before, and they're like these little gray things that suck the hell out of you. I mean, it's just like, oh my god. But I mean, I feel terrible for Yolanda, but I didn't feel terrible for Kim. She made no sense whatsoever. That comment that she said to Kyle about, I really think she was trying to hurt Kyle, and then she saw that Kyle was like Botox to fucking had no expression. When she said to Kyle, I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy with our relationship, and they hadn't spoken for 4 months. That was a really nasty, nasty dig. And then she saw Kyle like staring, and then she started backpedaling. And I'm like, if you're going to make a comment like that, then make it and move on. Don't try and, change it around to, I didn't want to see you in my life when we need a therapist. And she made no fucking sense to me whatsoever.
I loved Kyle's response when she said, I'd love to have that conversation with you when it's about the truth.
Yes.
Because I think Kim's perception of the truth, being so medicated with drugs and alcohol, she doesn't really get what really happened, and I think that she needs to kind of give everybody a kind of a pass if she disagrees with them, because her state was probably so altered, especially with the house in Palm Springs being their mothers, and even Kyle putting in her blog, her last blog about, they kept the mom wanted the house to stay in the family for at least a year, so that then they would be in the kind of right frame of mind to say goodbye to it with her possessions, and she kept it in there for like a year and 2 months.
I was just like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, when you have somebody that's been drinking heavily and abusing drugs for many years, and then they stop, the damage is done in their brains. They've lost, they've lost time. They can't have a conversation properly. And as you say, the reality of the situation is altered because they were drunk or fucking high when it was going on. The best thing for Kim to do is to sit down and even just watch the seasons of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and see how she acted, because she just tells you a completely different story. And I noticed this season she has been in hospital Sometimes it was 7 days, sometimes it was 5 days, sometimes it was 9 days. How many days were you actually in hospital for?
Exactly. And another thing that you hear and that you learn, and like even Jennifer Jimenez, Brandy's best friend, has said on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew and all of that, one pill is a slip up. You've broken your sobriety. And for Kim to say that I haven't, yes, you have, first of all. And secondly, Eileen's poker night, I hardly doubt you took one pill.
And I love how she's saying now on the show, on the reunion last night, she says, I took one pill, it disagreed with me, and I ended up in hospital. No, you took one pill and you didn't know because you were saying that you were just fine.
Yeah.
I'm just angry.
And I think Kim is happy because she's kind of living in her disease, and Kyle's not there to kind of keep track of her. And then if you got a drunk best friend like Brandy, she's not going to know if you're on anything because she's going to be all like this herself anyway. So, perfect match.
Did you notice in the final episode when Brandy, verbally attacked Lisa Vanderpump for not being there for her dying father, and she said Yolanda is the only one that's reached out. She didn't say Kim. She said Yolanda. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought they were besties. I thought they were best friends. So why is Yolanda calling Brandy every day and not Kim? That would mean maybe because Kim's out of her fucking mind again. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, my favorite line of Brandy's is, no one's going to change me or conform me, and if I'm wrong, just tell me I'm wrong. Everyone has said it. You're wrong. And she doesn't take it. She doesn't. Contradicts herself.
She does not do it well at all, and she does. No, it's not good. I mean, and I don't know if she's playing a part or if she's really this fucked up. But I mean,
just going there, you minx.
Well, who made the tampon comment last night? Was that Kyle?
That was what they said about. Oh, Kyle said, "Yeah, you got a tampon string hanging out."
Well, the thing is, that happened when the show wasn't going on. It wasn't running. It was just one of Brandy's Saturday night or Saturday afternoon exploits to the mall or wherever the fuck she was. Went out for a quick dinner and had too much to drink. That wasn't part of the show. So I'm thinking Brandy's like this all the time, and when she's actually on the show, she's probably better behaved than she is in real life. Because how the freaking hell do you? I mean, I saw the pictures of that whole incident. It wasn't just the Tampax hanging out. It was the fact that she was being held up with two people. She looked like her skin was falling off her fucking legs. She was so skinny. I mean, what in God's name? So I don't really.
First of all, Brandy at the reunion looked very puffy faced. A lot of tweets went out saying that she looked like Madam, the puppet Madam. Did you see that?
No, I did not. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So note to self, a little Botox, a little fillers is good. But if it makes you look older than your age, then it's not doing its job.
I thought
Kyle, yes, I agree with you. Kyle's forehead didn't move. I agree with you.
Right.
But at least Kyle didn't look,
But the thing, I thought Brandy had been crying. That's why she was all puffy around the. I didn't know.
Face.
Well, also the new hairstyle was not. I liked the hair, and at some angles she looked beautiful, and other angles she looked really. I think maybe Andy deliberately did bad lighting on her because they got into it almost immediately.
I would have had her in the dark after she would have done that to me. First of all, Andy's her boss. Secondly,
yeah, I know.
And her face just looked very kind of like that puppet Saw, like that. I wasn't thinking Madam per se, but like that little clown thing that wheels in on that scary movie Saw. It looked kind of like that, just real puffy, just kind of fake cheekbony, just.
Yeah. And I don't understand why. Well, I don't understand why what's her name was on this the nasty couch. Why the hell was Eileen over there? I mean, Eileen does not need to be sitting next to Kim. That was traumatic. That was awful.
Nobody on the other couch wanted to sit by Kim.
I really did. I was very proud of Lisa Vanderpump because she would give specific instances to Brandy that said, no, it was not the same as that. You cannot say that about Gigi. You cannot say that about, about Bella. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I was like, she was actually speaking up and giving Brandy reasons why it wasn't okay. And I liked how she said that it wasn't like she got punched in the face by Mike Tyson. It was Tyson. It was the fact that someone touched her on the face when she said no. And I was like, it is enough. I wouldn't speak to somebody again if they hit me in the face. It's the humiliation that somebody hits you. I was completely against it. But
even like Eileen said, there was just a little bit of wine in that glass, but just the way it happened, it's the way it's done. I think that's why kind of the thing with Lisa Rinna having the wine thing and getting all gangster breaking it. You can see she's kind of pushed to that level. But then again, too, Lisa owns it. I made a mistake. I overreacted.
She said, I lost my fucking shit. I mean, I really think, yes, you did.
Brandy doesn't own it. She never does, but yet she says she does.
And I just rewatched that episode where Lisa was saying, I'm sorry if I interfered, if I stepped over, if I said something about your family or, I was coming from, I didn't mean to get involved. And Kim wouldn't even accept the apology. She was like, well, you did. I mean, it was just like,
now,
she's apologizing. She knows she did.
Does this keep Kim relevant on the show? Is this why we're seeing a kind of a crazy Kim this season?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think Kim should have ever been on this show. She's not entertaining. She's not a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. I don't even know if she lives in Beverly Hills. I mean, does she even live in California, for fuck's sake? I don't know. I mean, Taylor can't be on the goddamn show because she's in Denver. I mean, the Real Housewives of Denver, she'll be great on.
I'd rather have Taylor back.
I would rather have Taylor back. I would rather have Adrienne Maloof back than have Kim on the show. And I'm not sure I was thinking they're auditioning for their parts again.
Do we think they could be? Do we think Kathy Hilton should be an addition next season?
No, I can't. No.
All those sisters, all three of them. No?
No. Give them their own fucking show called the Hilton Richards Clan or something, Or Beverly Hillbillies or whatever they're called,
Or they could be like Richard with sisters, like the Manzo with children. Richard with sisters.
Yes, that's funny. Well, they do. Yes, I don't like Manzo with children because I can't stand Caroline Manzo. I just don't like her. I'm talking about that thing.
And that's coming back to for season 2 as well. Bravo.
Yes. Oh, no, please! I don't even want to watch it. Did you see the front cover of Us magazine or US magazine?
Holy mother of God! I didn't know her hair was that curly.
Well, I thought it was an April Fool's joke because they had this picture. I don't have it, but just imagine this is the cover, and there's Teresa and Joe and 2 kids, and then there's a cut-off kid. I'm like, who did they cut out? Where's Gia? And then I saw the full picture, and they cut Gia out of the front cover. I was like, that can't be possibly true.
No.
It cannot. Yes, they did. And I'm thinking, they cut that, and because you see the sweater on the kid and everything, and half of her arm, and I'm like, they cut her out of the cover.
I don't even.
Well, I saw the whole thing on the Daily Mail, so I was a little confused. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I was like, "There's no way." Joe looks like he's dropped 20 pounds, obviously because no one's cooking for him anymore, and he's looking really good. I mean, he's looking much better. His hair looks good.
Well, supposedly he's cheated on Teresa, but he also did kind of a thing on the Bravo website, The Daily Dish.
Yeah.
Said that that they were going to go see Teresa, but now we know that they have. and that if they were to come back to the Housewives franchise, it would have to be for a lot of money.
That's what we said last week. Remember I said that Andy Cohen was trying to get on her email list, but he wasn't getting anywhere. I said because she's holding out for cash. A lot of cash.
You were right. You called it, Glammy.
But anyway, he's apparently, Joe cries every time he has to leave. And one of the kids thinks that Teresa's at work.
The youngest one.
Yeah. Mommy is working really hard. Mommy's working
she
hard.
She was working all the time before. It's kind of makes sense, actually.
One of my girlfriends just pointed out something today that and I noticed it when you go to the Daily Mail, go to dailymail.co.uk, wherever it is, and there's that they've got an entire spread of all the pictures. They've actually got exclusive pictures that Us Magazine don't have, and there's this blonde child. I don't know who the hell that is.
There's a blonde child?
It's one of... Yes, it's about the same size as Gia. I think her name's Is it Gabriella? No, that's the baby. There's one that's long, blonde, straight hair. I'm like, who's that? Have you found it, Chet? Are you looking?
I'm looking right now.
I don't know who she is. Go to my Facebook page. I put it on there. She's wearing a pink, and she's doing one of the kids' hair in some of the pictures. I'm like, who is that child?
I don't know. Oh, so the Us Weekly cut out the photo of Gia in it because it just has the 4 of them.
Yes, 4 people. Not all of them. Why is Gia not on the front cover? Did somebody piss somebody off? I mean, I was like, they could have taken it back a little bit. But
you need to tweet that out and tag me in it.
Do I really? Yeah, so there was that.
Things to do, things to look.
I need to go to Facebook right now and tell you to go and look at this, because this bizarre thing I've seen in a very, very long time was this whole... I didn't understand, how can you actually be how can you be doing interviews from jail? I didn't think you could do that in jail. I didn't think it was
special jail. Like if you read the article, she's in a special jail. She's getting manicures and pedicures, and she's got a group of girls she's hanging out with. And apparently she's into fitness and lifting weights, and it sounds like a kind of a vacation. She looks well rested.
Well, she's supposedly doing, as per the dailymail.co.uk news article, she is spending her time styling her hair and working out and even painting her nails. I mean, what the fuck?
Sounds like fun to me. I'd go to prison with you, Glammy.
That looks like a Gucci jumpsuit to me. It's kind of Gucci green. I'm like, I thought they were orange.
Exactly.
Or does every prison have a different color? And do you notice that sometimes her hair is straight in the pictures? Like she's flat ironed. Wouldn't you think flat irons would be dangerous in prison?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, could you imagine getting hit with a flat iron or a curling iron in prison? But yeah, and the background, they have like the winter trees in the background.
Oh, that's very prison.
Did they bring in an actual whole photography thing? Like, you know when
it's like prisoner art with the murals.
Well, I was thinking, you know, when you were in high school and they said you stand in front of the tree background, it's just a green screen tree looking thing, and you go. Yeah. I'm thinking that those people had nothing to do, so they went to the prison and took pictures of them. But Joe, he doesn't look too bad. But I have got the full picture here. I'm going to tweet it to you right now, and you can see the whole picture. And there's the blonde one with the short hair, with the hair. I don't know who she is. I don't know her name. Oh, it's Gabriella. Apparently, that's her name. Gabriella does not look like one of them at all. I don't understand it. So I'm tweeting it to you right now, and then look at the first picture, and you'll see the entire cover that they cut out. It was very strange. Don't understand why they did that, and it's not very nice to cut. Well, they actually cut 2 of the kids out. 2 of the children they cut out. Not 1, 2. Why are you
Oh
giggling?
yeah, that's the one that doesn't kind of have that, Teresa's features kind of thing.
She doesn't have Joe's features either. She's like the milkman's kid. Yes, that one. She looks like the milkman's kid,
Yeah.
doesn't she? But that's the cover. Look at the cover. Cut out, put a line right down Gia. Leave one arm in there with the sweater on, and that's the cover of Us Weekly. They cut two of the kids out the cover. I was like, that's got to be a joke. We did it. It was terrible. Do you notice the second picture? She's gone from curly hair to straight, flat iron hair.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It just crashed on my phone. I don't know if my phone likes.
Your phone doesn't like the UK now.
All right,
But
so I want to talk about one more thing. Speaking of crazy, we need to talk about Dina Lohan on Millionaire Matchmaker.
okay, I have not watched this show in years. I saw the previews and I thought I got to watch it. Because when she says, get me out of here, I need to call Lindsay. What the what? Why would you call...
Why?
Talk about it. It was bizarre. Talk about it.
She was fine at lunch with Jill Zarin, by the way, another crazy nut. Having lunch with Patty, and Patty really gets to the right down to the bone of things. Did a great job. Dina seemed fine. At the mixer, she kind of had a Kim Richards to her, and and just kind of freaked out, like, oh, you guys, I feel like you're ganging up on me. It's not a gangbang.
It was three guys going, how are you? What's your name? Oh my God, get Lindsay. They asked me what my name was. I was like,
What? I feel like a cut. Can we cut? I can't.
take my mic off. Where's my mic? Get off of me. And then I was like, Patty had she'd been on Watch What Happens Live and had said that it didn't go well, and that I thought it was going to like snowball out of control. The two girls, the daughters, Allie and Lindsay, were going to come barging into the office, but it was like nothing. It was like a big letdown, and at the very end, it was like she's still seeing the guy, who was, by the way, a really nice guy, but does he need to baby her? He was babying. He was like, so, are you okay? Can I get you a drink? Do you love your children? I do. I love my kids. I mean, he was like terrified. He was like, get me a drink. I was like, the poor guy. It was terrible.
The guy is a saint, okay? I mean, he did all the work. You notice, too, I don't know if you noticed, but they were so the last few episodes of Millionaire Matchmaker have all been at Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant.
Have they really?
Yes, and so was Dina Lohan. That was Villa Blanca.
Oh, see, I didn't know. I didn't notice that. I wasn't paying that much attention. I was listening for Dina to completely have a meltdown. I was waiting for her to start screaming and ripping her bra off or something. I mean, it was like, well, what's happening? Nothing happened. It was
she was at Villa Blanca, and then the other guy that was Fran Drescher's ex-husband.
Oh, who is smoking hot. I want all my kids to marry him. I don't care. Everyone must marry this guy. He is gorgeous. Yes.
His date was at the pump.
Oh, so it was.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Vanderpump. Do you think Lisa owns...
Bravo's all entwined.
Do you think she owns Bravo TV and we just don't know it?
Oh my God, I think she does. If she didn't, she does now. I mean, she has cross-promoted herself like no one I've ever seen.
Brilliant.
And it's brilliant.
Brilliant fucking job. Because she's got all the restaurants. Do you think, apart from Vanderpump Rules, we're going to have Pump as a spin-off? Or, because I heard she's selling Villa Blanca. So she's got...
because of the lawsuit, right?
I don't know. That was terribly sad. I don't know.
But I just think she's done amazing with all the cross-promoting. So good that when Eric and I go to Reality Rally in just over a week, we're stopping by Pump.
Nice job. Will you renew your vows?
to renew our vows.
Not with each other, with your significant
because,
other.
because Lisa's ordained now.
Yes. I mean, you could go. The four of you could be standing there, and Lisa could be renewing both sets of you and Eric's. You know, I don't want to give out names. I'm not giving other people's names out. But John has a significant other, and so does Eric, and they should renew their vows to each other's significant other.
It'll
Wow,
be a double. Yeah, a double. No, Eric and I are going by ourselves without our spouses.
But maybe you should do a commitment ceremony to each other for business purposes.
We're going to have Dana actually facilitate that. And we're going to have a threesome with Dana. We're going to all sit there and stare about it together. And then we'll add you in, Glammy. Add you in, too. All right, I got to go get this hair done. I got to get some blonde in it.
You do need to do something. It is a bit dark. It's a little bit wintry.
This is my natural color, but you know what's happening is I bought a new car, and it has a sunroof. And as I'm driving without the sunroof, I'm starting to notice little pieces of gray.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I almost crashed the car into a trash can trying to pull it out, driving with my knee. So
let's just go a little bit more personal before you nip off. You have 4 minutes. Have you found any other parts that are grey? Any other hairs grey?
Not
down, up?
Some chest hair, but nothing below my chest yet.
Really? When Mr. Glam gets one here, I'm like, oh, you got grey hair. You're so George.
I have it here. I have a little here, but I'm starting to get it in here now.
See, my husband started here, like just little bits all over the place, and it's really kind of cute. I like it.
Perfect. All right, let's end our show. Guys, thanks so much for watching and listening, not only to our opinions on Bravo, talking about our Bravo shows, but also about our pets, our hair, and our spouses. Yeah. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah. Check out all of our content at yourrealityrecaps.com/Bravo. Check out my audio blogs. Check out all of our housewife blogs from Dana and Vince and everyone else. And Glammy, where can we find you?
On Twitter and here with you. And on the phone to
don't you have a cooking blog?
Yes, glamorouscooking.com. But it's not updated. It's so behind. I did come up with something really brand new today. I tweeted out. My daughter and I made up Monte Cristo twist ornament. Monte Cristo was fabulous. I don't eat it myself, but my husband told me it was great. So.
Perfect. All right, guys. We're here every Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time talking about Bravo. Beverly Hills Reunion is next week. You will have us the next day. We'll be talking about that and so much more. All right, Glammy. Mwah. So much fun.
Bye-bye. And my ladies in London will be back soon. Yay.
Woo-hoo. So excited. All right. See you later, guys. Bye.